is usadiscovertalent.com.
Why USA?
usdiscovertalentradio.com.
Yes, welcome. We want to thank our sponsors, like Evangelist Yolanda said, Global Love Connection, because this show is all about the love, the global love, about people coming together. But our topic for today is not so much, it's about when the love goes wrong, when the love goes bad, when the love tank starts running low. Why do men abuse women, and why do women abuse men? Why do we abuse each other? So we're going to take it from a psychological viewpoint, a biblical viewpoint. We're going to be coming up with some reasons why these things seem to happen, because it seems like everybody has experienced some kind of abuse in their life. So welcome everyone. You're in for a great show tonight.
Muy buenas tardes. Habla Evangelista Yolanda Blanford. Saludo a todos que están en la página y todos los que donde están escuchando. Saludo y yo lo bendigo en el nombre del Señor Jesucristo. Soy de parte de Conexión Mundial Amor Cristiano. Para más información, por favor, llamar al 561-660-7653. Para obtener más información, vaya a la página web usdescubriendotalento.com o usdescubriendotalentoradio.com, promoviendo Segunda Oportunidad Ministerio. You want to say that in English?
So for those of you who are watching today, you can call in live and speak to us directly during the show. While we're here, you have the opportunity to speak to us directly by calling the number 561-660-7653. So you have the opportunity to be involved, to participate, because we're going to have a lot of discussions tonight. We're going to be talking about a really important topic that affects a lot of people. So welcome everyone.
US Internacional descubriendo banda y artista, promoviendo y dando apoyo a todos los aspirantes y artistas que poseen un sueño y tiene el anhelo de convertirse en próximo gran estrella de su generación. Nosotros promovemos y dirigimos a todos los artistas. Expansión global. Tocamos su música 24 horas al día, a los 7 días de la semana. Pueden ir al www.descubriendotalentoradio.com. Inscríbese hoy y si desea ser descubierto, puede ir a la página www.descubriendoidolo.com, discoveringidol.com. Teléfono es 561-660-7653. Gracias. Y el título de hoy es ¿por qué el hombre abusa a la mujer y la mujer abusa el hombre? Esperamos recibir llamada porque este es un título muy delicado y queremos saber y queremos ayudar porque tenemos la doctora Heidi, que es psicóloga, para ayudar a la persona que necesita ayudar en su matrimonio, en su familia y en su hijo, en todas partes, en la escuela, que alguien tiene información porque han sido abusados brutalmente.
Yes, it's a very delicate topic. You wonder why do we hurt each other when we say we love each other. And it's interesting that we bring this topic today because last night on one of the television shows that they had a show about Whitney Houston's daughter, Bobbi Kristina, and that's one of like the most controversial couples that we all know Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. So in the show, they were showing how Whitney's daughter, she became involved in a very abusive relationship. And they were showing you scenes that when she was younger, she used to witness her mother and her father abusing each other. So she ended up as a teenager involved in such a relationship. And you wonder why. You think she would learn and not want that to happen to her. But one thing that they say is that people learn, it's a learned behavior, how to abuse another person. You learn from watching, especially children, they learn from watching their parents abuse each other. So it becomes a natural thing for them to be involved in a relationship. And even though at times the antenna might go up a little and say, you know, this is not right. There's something wrong here. It doesn't feel right. It's not right. She knew she needed to get out, but still she would go back to the young man with everything that he was doing. He was verbally abusing her and he was physically abusing her. So one of the major reasons they say is that young children, they learn this behavior. So we're going to go more into some of the reasons why people abuse each other. Another reason is it can be an issue of control. Like the other person wants to be, you know, it's like if they feel intimidated, they feel like they're less than, then they want to show that I'm in control of this relationship. I'm the person who is, you know, like if they're the breadwinner. And you see a lot of females, they'll leave a relationship if the other person has the money and the person who's carrying the paying the bills and everything, they feel like, oh, they need this person, they can't do without them.
Bueno, mi pregunta es a la audiencia, ¿por qué el hombre abusa a la mujer? Si me pueden llamar, por favor, al 561-660-7603. Esa es la pregunta para toda la audiencia que me está escuchando. ¿Por qué el hombre abusa a la mujer y la mujer abusa al hombre? Dr. Heidi, my question is, why are men verbally abuse a woman?
Yes. And it goes back to even the beginning of time with Adam and Eve. You see how when Adam and Eve was in the garden and then the serpent came and whispered to Eve and started telling her, oh, you don't have to listen to what the Lord told you. You can, if you eat this fruit, then your eyes will open and you can become like God. You can do everything more than God and you'll be in control and everything will become available to you. But you see, when God came in and he says, Adam, because now they're ashamed. Yes. And then they start to run away. And the Lord said, Adam, where are you? He called upon the man, even though the woman had sinned. But then what did Adam say? Lord, it's that woman that you gave me, caused me to sin. So the man and the woman start to become rivals because of the enemy. The enemy starts to divide them and tell them all sorts of nonsense and they start to buy into it.
Lo que ella estaba diciendo que la esposa de Adán no le hizo caso a la culebra, que le había dicho que hay que comer esta fruta para abrir los ojos. Pero fue desobediente y Adán fue desobediente. Y cuando nosotros somos desobedientes, el Señor no deja, porque el Señor trató de sacar a Adán de donde estaba y por qué no hizo caso. Y nosotros queremos saber por qué el hombre abusa a la mujer. Y eso es lo que el Señor me ha puesto en mi corazón. Me ha dado la palabra para eso también. Pero quiero escuchar a la audiencia que pueden llamarme, por favor, y para que puedan comunicarse con nosotros. Por favor, pueden llamar al 561-660-7653. ¿Pueden hacerme eso, por favor?
All right, so you hear that call. If you have something to tell us or give us an experience that you had regarding abuse. I remember when I was a lot younger, I was going to college, and I did some classes on women's studies. And it was interesting how during those classes, a lot of things like became more prominent. I started to learn more about myself. And I think one of the things why people sometimes they abuse another person is they don't know about themselves. It's like they don't know who they are, because like you say, I like what you wrote here, that a man who abuses a woman does not love himself. He's very hard.
Yes.
Because how can you, or a woman who abuses a man or abuses their children, they cannot love themselves. There's something missing there. They're like you said, duro, very hard in the heart, hard mentally. There's something, there's a softness that you need to love a person. So you have to really disconnect yourself in order to want to abuse someone.
My question is, Dr. Heidi, so that person, what is hurt? Very hard, because heart is hard.
Yes.
So that person being see the parents was being abused, so he have that in his heart?
Well, one thing that we see is that you would think that a person would overcome whatever they witness as a young person and not want to do the same thing. But like you said, they become hard themselves, and sometimes they don't even realize it. And then if something goes wrong, that's their response to whatever reaction. It's like that's the way that they protect themselves, is by abusing, is by physically or saying something negative to the other person, because that's their emotional response. That's their defense mechanism.
So you telling me, Dr. Heidi, so wherever that person go, he trying to hurt somebody else because them heart is hard.
Right, and like we were talking before, hurting people hurt. If you have love in you and your love tank is full, then you won't feel that emptiness inside, like you need to reach out and hurt somebody, because you're comfortable with who you are. Your self-esteem, you feel positive about who you are. No matter what someone else says or do, you're not going to be reaching out to be critical of someone else. You're not going to be reaching out to physically abuse them. So it has a lot to do with how you feel about yourself also. And certain situations, because people who drink, sometimes they're not in their own mind, and sometimes you see a drunk person and they start arguing with someone for no reason, or they start a fight. A lot of people, they hate to go to bars because some people, like they said, can't control their liquor. It's like they become a different person, and then they start acting out, and they start doing, and they start saying all these things, and it's just like, even though without the alcohol they might act differently, they might be a sweet and nice person, but then once the alcohol is involved, or even drugs, you see how some people, when they're on drugs, it's like they act so bizarre. And like we see so many times in the news nowadays of people eating someone else because they take some kind of drugs. You recall the story of the young man. He was just walking down the neighborhood, and he saw those people outside, and then he just attacked them for no reason, started eating them. And even when the police came and told him to stop, he was still doing it because he wasn't in his right mind. He was acting irrationally.
Okay. Lo que estamos hablando por qué el hombre se provoca de pegar a la mujer. Y por qué estaba leyendo hoy, por qué me estaba hablando que el hombre provoca pelear a la mujer, porque la mujer es débil. Yo andaba en un restaurante preguntando y haciendo preguntas a las personas que estaba sentado comiendo. Le digo, ¿te puedo hacer una pregunta? Me dice, sí. Le digo, yo trabajo para esta radio y quisiera saber, porque mi título hoy es ¿por qué el hombre abusa a la mujer? Y él me dijo, él me quedó viendo sorprendidamente y me dijo, mi papá pegaba a mi mamá. ¿Y por qué razón? Le dije. Dijo porque el papá venía tomado y como la miraba a ella, la agarraba y le pegaba. Yo sé que hay mucha gente ahorita escuchándome que han pasado por abuso, han pasado por el esposo le ha pegado y se quedan en esa situación porque no saben qué hacer. Pero si usted busca a alguna persona que es psicólogo que le puede ayudar, no tiene que estar sufriendo en ese matrimonial o abusando de los hijos y los hijos abusando de ustedes, porque cuando uno está dolorido, cuando uno tiene bastante confusión en su corazón, entonces trata de tener esa contra otra persona porque tiene odio en el corazón y el Señor te puede limpiar el corazón. Por eso hay ayuda por todos lados. Y mi pregunta es, ¿por qué hay doméstico violencia? Llámame por favor 561-660-7653. Estamos esperando su llamado, por favor, o manda un texto en el Facebook que puede conectarnos también ahí, por favor, mándamelo porque quiero saber, quiero expandir más porque esta cosa de abuso es muy delicado. La gente no quiere hablar sobre eso, pero aquí estamos para ayudar. Aquí está la psicóloga porque pueden llamar y hacer preguntas. Mr. D, you can say something.
No, I was telling people, if you wish to participate, you can call 561-660-7653, or you can go to www.usdiscoverytalentradio.com. And if you're an artist, you want to know more, because we promote artists worldwide, we play their music and also the video, and we promote them on the social media. You can go www.discoveryidols.com.
Lo que él estaba diciendo es que a nosotros proveemos y dirigimos a todos los artistas expansión global. Tocamos su música 24 horas al día, los 7 días de la semana, en el usdescubriendotalento.com. Y también si se quiere escribir, desea ser descubierto, puede ir al website, a la página descubriendoidolo.com. El teléfono es 561-660-7653. Esperamos su llamada. No solo escuchan, por favor, llámanos, que queremos saber cuánta audiencia está escuchando y nosotros queremos ser parte de ustedes para descubrir su talento. Cualquier talento que tiene puede llamar al número 561-660-7653. Y no solo para el talento, para la música, también para cristiano que quiere promover su música cristiana, puede llamar al teléfono 561-660-7653. Gracias, Dr. Heidi.
Gracias. So you have the opportunity to be involved in our discussion tonight. So go to check us out on usdiscoverytalentradio.com. You can go on Facebook, US Discovery Radio, and you can see us live on the World Wide Web. You can see us on, what's the other, we're also on
the website,
Facebook.
Yes.
We're also on
YouTube.
So check us out.
Carlos, for more information.
Right. We like to get some feedback. We like to get some comments. So if you're watching right now, you can give us a call, 561-660-7653. And so all those artists out there who are aspiring, you want to have your own CD, your own record, you want to be in the limelight, you want people to hear you and feel your music, because we see a lot of talented young people now, and they don't get the chance to really be recognized. So now is your opportunity. We're bringing it directly to you live and direct. here from West Palm Beach, Florida. The opportunity is available. Check out usdiscoverytalentradio.com. You can find out more by calling 561-660-7653. That's why we're here. We're here to promote, to encourage, to have everybody involved. And if you're an artist who are non-Christian, you can also call direct 561-541-1878. En español, también 561-541-1878. So just give us a call, Spanish, English, and then francés. 561 8
En français, c'est 561 541 1878.
Merci.
Al Seigneur my père.
I was saying it. I was trying. So we're getting to the Chinese and the other languages, but also once you go to the website is convertible. So once you go online, whatever language that you speak, it's able to so that you can have your own language and still be interactive, be involved. So we're thanking Global Love Connection for the global love that we're spreading right now. So abuse, a very interesting topic, a very hot topic right now that's going on, because we want to help those individuals out there who are in tears right now. They're suffering because they're going through some kind of abuse. I tell you, if there's different situations that happen that people sometimes do not realize it's abusive. Because if you are driving, I heard of a situation of it could be male or female, but I heard of a situation of a young lady. She was driving like 100 miles per hour in her car, and then the person that she was driving with, because they were going so fast, they decided to pull the emergency brake, and because of that, the car rolled over. That's an abusive situation right there, because it's like you're endangering your life and you're endangering the other person's life. So you see a lot of times couples, they begin to argue, and then, especially when they're driving, I don't know why does that happen, that couples tend to, when they're driving, I guess because sometimes they may be bored. I don't know. What do you think, Evangelist Yolanda? Then they become heated. It's like certain things, they start, over the least little things, they start to argue. And then situation happens where even sometimes you see people jumping out of cars because they're arguing. And that's an abusive situation right there.
Well, I think so. Sometimes that the person is very going through difficult time and hard time. Some people don't know how to handle the situation when the situation come in their life, and some people are strong in that situation.
Yeah.
So always the Word of God said, "The strong supposed to help the weak." Mm-hmm. And there is a lot of difficult time is woman going through right now, because I talked to Dr. Ticklin. He's worked with women abuse and violence women, domestic violence, because woman is ashamed to come out and talk about it, because they're ashamed to that their friends or family going to hear about it. But it's time for the woman to come out. God give us the power and the authority upon the earth. God never put a man in your life to make the men start beating you and whipping on you, because that is mean he don't love you, because a man beat a woman. And a man, because he don't love himself. How can he love a woman when he don't love himself and beating a woman? I wouldn't I wouldn't take that at all, Dr. Heidi. I know I'm a child of God, but I wouldn't make any man to come and beat me. Believe me, I know how to defend myself. Yeah. You understand? I will pack up my stuff and leave him and go far away. Because if a man start beating you, like my grandma always say, if a man hit you, you better leave him, because he's going to hit you again, because he disrespect you. And if you stay in abused relationship, you continue, he's going to abusing you. The time come when you look old and nobody wants you anymore.
Or it gets worse, and it's the abuse might start something small.
Yes.
It might just, because we see so many times it's presented before you. It'll start small, and then it starts to escalate because the other person might think, okay, that's nothing. So then they try to really, and next thing you know, they try to really kill you, because that's what we see in a lot of situations. And then they take their own lives. Like last week or not too long ago, that was just in the news where I think it was an officer. You would think someone who try to uphold the law and try to do what's right, but it was right in the news where he was waiting for his girlfriend, and then when the girlfriend came home, he shot her, and then he shot himself, because once he figured that was it. But now I think the girlfriend she's fighting for her own life, but now he's dead.
Lo que quiero informarte que hay muchas mujeres que están siendo abusadas en toda forma, y le da pena o le da temor para hablar sobre el abuso que el esposo lo abusa a ellos. A veces son sexualmente que lo abusa. Y yo creo que es tiempo para que la mujer salga de ese cascarón y que sepa quién es ella. Porque el Señor no ha dado poder también. No ha puesto a un hombre para pegarte. Puso a un hombre para que te pueda proteger, para que te pueda amar, para que te pueda respetar. No, uno no necesita estar en una relación abusada, porque eso no es amor. Porque Jesús vino a morir en la cruz por amor, no para darnos vida eterna. Y nosotros venimos y dejamos que el hombre abusa. Cualquier hombre que está abusando a una mujer es porque no se ama a sí mismo. Y la mujer tiene que saber, ese hombre no te ama, porque el hombre no va a pegar a una mujer. Es como si tú tienes un hijo y le va a seguir dándole. O tener un perro, o usted le va a seguir dándole. Ese perro se va a correr de la vida de tu propia casa, porque nadie tiene que pegar a nadie. Yo creo que todos tenemos que amar y respetar a la persona como Dios nos ha mandado. Y hay bastantes mujeres que están pasando violencia en todo tipo, en toda forma. Su casa, no hay paz en la casa, porque cada mañana se levanta todos los días. Es como estar en un lugar de infierno. Y eso es lo que quiere el Señor, que seamos felices, que nos amamos uno a otro, que nos respetemos uno a otro. Porque como yo soy evangelista, pero te lo digo con mi corazón, yo no permitiría que ninguno me viene a pegar. Porque yo no voy a pasar esa dificultad de cuando yo me amo a mí misma. Y si tú no te amas a mí misma, te va a dejar que un hombre te sigue abusando y no sabe qué hacer.
That's true. But one thing I was thinking about, the scripture that you brought up, Romans 2.
Chapter 1, 27.
Romans 1, yes, verse 27. Like we were saying before, it's a sign of the times. What is happening with people, because people become lovers of them flesh. They're hating one another. So they turn inwardly and they start doing things that are not of God. They don't have that love that He commands and demands of us, that we ought to love one another. And it says, likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, turn into their own lust one toward another. Men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. So that's a very good word, because instead of a man loving a woman, then it's like they turn, it turns the table. It's you see men becoming lovers of all kinds of things that is unnatural, things that they shouldn't be involved, because the abuse is so rich. Abuse is so...
What do you think that caused that?
Because of that lack of love for God and the lack of love for themselves. They become, it's that hurt, like we said, hurting people hurt, and then the hurt becomes inward.
Not too long ago, I interviewed a gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
He told me like inside of him
Empty.
is like not empty.
Uh-huh.
He could not feel anything.
Well, that's it. It's
So
empty.
what?
Causes.
How can you, based on your experience as a doctor, a psychologist, someone like that, you have a patient, where would you start with that person?
Well, you have to start with the words that they're using to tell themselves. Cognitive behavior therapy. That's part of one of the solutions that they have used. When you listen to that man and you listen to the words that he's saying when he's explaining why he's empty, then that will explain a lot about how you can help him to really refresh himself, to really take control of what is going on. Your words say a lot about your situation. When you start to listen to a person's words and where they're coming from, why the problem arose to begin with, it tells you a lot. And so that's the way you're able to help them deal with the solution, because they will explain themselves. They will tell you why they feel empty inside. They will tell you what has happened to them, and then so once you talk to them that way, then you can try to find some things to help them to deal with that.
What message that you have for someone like a woman in a situation, in an abusive relationship, that's not mentally, verbal, and at the same time later on turn into physical. And she has like 3 children with that abusive person, and she's not working, and he's the breadwinner. How would you approach that situation?
Well, in that situation, she has to try to work it out with the individual. And sometimes they say you can't rationalize with an abusive person. So she has to create a plan. If there's abuse in a relationship and there's no change, and you know you need to leave the situation, then she has to come up with a plan where she has to get out of that situation. And she know how she is going to do that, because there's help out there. There's no way a woman has to deal with that just because of the children, because the children are seeing it and it's making it worse for them, because a lot of times the children get abused by the spouse, if the spouse is the one abusing the mother. But then other things happen to the children. They start to have behavioral problems. They don't function well in school, and it just creates a lot more. So it's better that that woman has a plan where she can get out of that situation, and she has to start working on that plan. But first you have to try to see if you can come up with a solution within the family situation. If they can sit down and try to figure out what's going on in the husband or the spouse or the significant, what's going on to make him act that way.
Now, if, as you know, earlier you were talking about Whitney's daughter.
Right.
So what? Now she's in an abusive relationship. Am I right?
Yes.
What?
She was.
She was in a relationship, abusive relationship,
And she turned to
and
drugs.
same as her mother used to be in an abusive relationship and drug also.
Yes.
Based on that, what they might have people listening facing this situation, based as a what solution or what plan would you offer for individuals like that?
I would want to tell you, because a lot of individuals, when you talk to them, they're in denial about what is going on. It takes time to really break down the walls of denial, because they will say that it's okay, it's not really that bad, but then you have to educate them to say, okay, these are the things that you have to look out for. And then once they realize that these things are happening and it's getting worse, then you start to help them to try to get out of the situation, especially for Bobby Christina and Whitney's daughter. I think it seems like she had support because her aunt, who was in the music, Dionne Warwick, and it seems like there was people around her that could really support and help her. But really and truly, it's always up to the individual to decide to get out of that situation, or if you want to stay in that situation. Unfortunately for her, maybe the time and kind of she didn't get the chance to really get out of the situation. And I do see that a lot, where people, it's like you could talk to them until they're blue, until thy kingdom come, but they refuse to leave the situation. They refuse to get out of it, and they still say, oh, he will change or she will change and things will get better. But you have to realize that if there's no love, if it's nothing good is happening in this relationship, then something is wrong and there needs to be a change.
So you think that is a state of denial?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
And it takes time to work on that. You really have to show them a bigger vision for their life, to know that they can do more for themselves and they can really get out of where they can have peace. You want to have a life of peace, and you help them to envision that life of peace and realize that they can have that life where there is no abuse in there.
In a situation like that, I understand. Would you recommend both parties to seek counsel?
Right, definitely.
What about the children?
Oh, definitely the children.
Okay.
You start with the couple, and then you work with the family dynamics. And a lot of times what I do also, I show people, I do like a genotype, a genogram with them, where I show them that sometimes, even though you might say it's a learned behavior and everything, I'll show them different people in their family. I do like a family tree almost, and I show them, look, this has been a pattern. So you have to be the one to break it. I educate them on talking about even, their,
in other words,
their father.
It's just like a curse.
Right, like, yeah, you can do it with a
Generational
generational curse.
generation.
Yeah. So I try to educate them on, look, this is what your father did. And then they start talking about their grandfather, or start talking about different people in their lives, and they start to realize that, oh my goodness, this is what my uncle used to do to my aunt, or this is what. So I start to show them that these are things that you have learned and you didn't realize that it was something that was deeply wrong and deeply rooted.
How can you unlearn how can you unlearn this kind of life if someone been exposed to this kind of life behavior from generation to generation, like let's 3 generations, going down, and now she faced the same situation, like for example. And when you look Whitney Houston, her boyfriend or her husband used to abuse her, and at the same time the children been exposed to that.
Yeah.
How can you undo the damage? What package would you put together for a patient like that, is telling you, my uncle used to do this, my brother is facing this, my grandfather, now it's my father, see my mom, and now you have mom is making excuses. When she has a black eye, she say, oh, I hit my eyes and the doorknob.
Right, she fell down.
She fell down, or she's wearing a black sunglasses.
Yeah.
Wow. What formula, let's say, is there a formula for this kind of clients of yours?
Sometimes it's not really a formula. You use different theories or skill sets based on the individual, based on where they're coming from. So what I look for, like I was talking about the vision, what is the vision they have for their life? How do they see their life? And I try to get them to imagine how their life can be different, and start using different techniques where you stop focusing on the abuse so much, but focusing on a life where you're loving and kind to each other, and try to go over scenarios of things that are happening in the household or in your life. These are the situations that we seem to start arguing, because there are different times in the day where couples are more prone to be heated. When you come home from work, you're more tired. You're more quick to snap at the child or the dog or the...
Like you're stressed.
Right, you're stressed. So it's just learning the different patterns and things that are happening during the family situation to learn different ways of dealing with it, different techniques of using, okay, we could try this based on this situation. We can try that based on what's going on there. But it's just doing different skill sets, different...
Now, would you use the same technique on children? The same technique that you use in the parents for communication, and also would you say use the same technique
on children?
On children.
Well, for me, I don't deal as much with children. I mostly deal with adults 18 and older. But I do see that children look up to their parents. Children do, and if you can change the situation with the parents, it will help to change the situation with the children. I've always seen that 100%, because a lot of times parents bring their children and say, oh, my child is acting out, my child doesn't want to do this, or my child, but then when it comes down to it, it's the parents, and the children are just responding based on how the parents, what the parents are doing. So once you work with the parents and get it right with them, and they create that household of peace and and just changing different things about the family situation, then you will notice a change in the children.
Do you think that financial pressure most of the time is the source of the problem?
Oh, very much so. And especially for men, there's a lot of pressure to be the breadwinner, to be the responsible person. And then they feel like the wife is nagging them. Oh, you're not doing this, and you're not paying the bills.
Woman. That's why I don't say.
Right. It's that woman you gave me.
It's that woman that you gave me who messed me up.
Yes, she's the cause of the problem.
She's the cause of the problem. That woman.
So the man will blame the woman all the time. She's the one that's nagging.
But at the same time, some women, when I was in the criminal justice system, I was doing a trial. There's a young man, his girlfriend, I guess he was not working on that day. His girlfriend was giving him a hard time. The children was crying. And she was pretty much degrading him. And he went out and killed someone. He robbed someone. When he searched the person, he only found 15 cents.
Oh goodness!
15 cents.
Wasn't worth it.
During the trial, they were asking questions, and the man broke down. And he said, "Is that woman?" She was nagging me days and nights, and I could not find a job. And I do not have a high school diploma. Everywhere I go, I could not find a job. And yes, I have 2 kids with that woman, and she was nagging me day and night. And I could not take it anymore. And that young man was ready to kill himself. So in that case, how would you approach a case like that?
It's a lot of pressure, I tell you, especially on men to perform and to be that breadwinner. But the two of them...
And again, is that woman?
No, it takes 2. Because he should never have brought a child, this responsibility into the world. I don't think there was a lack of communication from the get-go. So the man and the woman, okay, they come together in a relationship. Both of them know that they're not ready and prepared and responsible enough to have 2 children, because he knows what his dynamics is. He knows that he should try to go to school, better himself. He can't blame the woman now.
Do you think the woman has some?
Yeah, because she
has some
pressured
blame
him.
as well?
Yeah, she
Not only
pressured
that,
him.
no.
But-
Let's back up.
Yeah.
Do you think that woman
Yes,
has something to do with besides giving him a hard time?
yes.
Yes.
But he's
Do
the
you
one that
think that woman
decided.
should have done her homework?
Yes, before she took on a man that couldn't be a breadwinner.
From
And then-
last time I checked,
then-
it take two to tango.
Right, that's true. That's what I said. It started with both of them because she should have realized, come on, this man can't really take care of you, and then you're gonna have 2 children with him, and then you're gonna nag him.
That's one of the reasons they say most women out there, I mean, they quick to blame the man,
Yes,
but they don't realize that before you say I do, you're supposed to do your homework.
that's it. Do your research.
Do your. It's not research. Do your
Your
homework.
homework. That's true.
You know what I mean? Because if you don't do your homework,
Yes.
you will get an F.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Failure.
Failure. That's why I
Yes.
say an F.
Yes,
So it's not your homework. You have to do your homework.
yes.
It's not like when the man cannot perform financially
Yeah.
and cannot be a good father and cannot, and you keep nagging him. You're not
But
no
that's
good.
his choice. He should
No,
not.
hold on.
That's his
He
choice.
take no. He take 2 to tango.
That's true,
He
but
has
he
his
chose.
blame.
See, he could have
Listen.
chose.
Listen, you remember Adam?
Yes.
That he had a choice.
Right, he could
But
have
that
told
woman,
Eve. He could have told
that
Eve.
woman Eve came up and said, "Baby, look at that apple. It looks good. It tastes good. Taste it."
But what did he say? When God came, he didn't say Eve.
He said, "That woman."
He said, Adam, where
I
are
understand
you?
that.
So the
It
men
does-
are responsible.
I agree because the Bible it's also say we're supposed to be leaders.
Yes.
But at the same time, because listen, when
But you see, I like how we bring out this topic because you see how God prepared everything for the man. He gave him light, it was good. He gave him water, it was
and
good.
he gave women, and what happened?
It was good.
Yeah, but
He gave, go ahead, please. Yes, I like to hear. Yes, go ahead.
but sometimes
The woman is good too.
Or some instinct, huh?
because men cannot stay without a woman. Believe
That's
me,
it.
they have to have that woman by his side.
That's it. He couldn't live with the animals.
Guess what? Go ahead, please. Let me. I'm coming back. Yes, please go ahead.
But sometimes there is women out there they don't really know how to tice up the men then. And then don't looking at the men if they have a job or don't have a job. Then just tice him up because some women out there want to just get married just to have a man. And that is not the reason just to have a man just to get married.
Yes.
Because you have to think about if you marry with man, he don't have anything to provide for you. But then the woman think that sometime they're going to change their man when they get married.
But if you say that, that's mean the woman never married the man. She's married the
What he can provide.
what he can provide.
Or provide.
You know, I mean, if you tell me the woman is married because what men can provide, there's no love there.
Right,
There is no
right.
love. Because I was talking to a young lady, she's 32, 33 years old, and she was telling me that she meet this young, handsome man, very handsome, and she have everything, and he don't even have a car. So she called and talked to me.
So in other words, she did not do her homework.
Well, even she was doing her homework, she was ticing up herself with the good looks.
The good look is not bad.
It's,
Right,
it's not bad, but the good looks not going to give you to eat.
I mean, you say she had everything.
She have everything.
So that means she did not have everything.
But why she like a woman going to take care of a man when God said that the man supposed to take care of the woman?
What's wrong with that? He didn't have anything. And she said, I love that look. Let's do a fair trade.
That's it.
But the man been married
He
3
bring
times.
what he has.
He don't have nothing because he been married 3 times, and everybody keep on leaving him and going to someone else. So I talked to her.
But she loves that.
She just want to.
No. She loves that.
Yeah.
Listen, you just tell me she get herself tangled to that good look.
Wow.
Mr. what you call caliente.
Yes, but when the caliente is go away,
Hermoso.
it turn into ice.
No. Don't give me that. You say that she has everything. Am I right?
Everything. Yes.
So what do you what do you
if
call
she's just
everything?
missing the good looking
What do
man.
you
that's all
hold
she's
on, no
missing.
what do you consider everything?
Well, she very independent for a young lady. You know, she have a home, a car, a bit, anything.
But that's not everything.
But she missing
Companionship.
companionship.
Okay, that's it. Do you think it's a fair trade? Because if you tell me she had everything, and she knows from the beginning the man was not working,
Right.
the man did not have a job,
Yes.
the man lack of education, you know, what I mean, she knew what she was getting herself involved.
Yeah.
But remember now, it's just like Eve ties up Adam to tell him to eat the fruit.
But Eve knew Adam has a job,
And Adam will have the
and
wisdom.
Eve knew Adam was good looking, and Eve knew Adam has a big boss.
Yes, and he
That's
will own
it.
everything. He will own the
And
garden.
he has everything, you know what I mean?
That's
it.
And guess what? Eve did not have nada.
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 But Adam know that she never have anything.
But guess
But
what?
she ties him up.
No, don't tell me that. Women was born with everything.
Hey.
And some of them knew,
It's from
some of them know how to use it.
Yes.
Okay? Women born with with a great gift.
That's
Yes.
right.
Okay? Some of them know how to use it.
Yes.
Yes.
So Adam had everything
Yes.
because he has the garden. He's a good provider
Yes.
because God put him in charge.
Yes.
right.
He got food and everything.
That's it. The animals, you know every
That's
animal.
everything.
God put
Yeah.
man in charge to take care of the woman.
But at the same time, God did not put him in charge to take care of the woman. No.
They work together.
God did not put him in charge to take care of the woman. That's why women fail to understand. God never put men
To take care
to
of the
take care of a
woman.
woman. He said, I will give you
Helpmate.
a helpmate.
Yes.
You women
work
supposed
together.
to be there to help the man,
Yes.
not the man to take care of the woman. That's why most women they get that wrong. They get it twisted. The man is not there to take care of you. You're supposed to work together as a team.
Right.
You're supposed to be a helper.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, if you're looking at if you want to go into Bible, the proverb you say a good woman wake up early
Yes.
Yes.
to take care of her man, to take care of her house,
Yes.
and a good woman make people in the village respect
The man.
her man, and a good woman provide for her house. But there's no way in the Bible, if you're talking about Bible, there's no place in the Bible God order men to take care of the woman. So I don't know if society will tell the man has to take care of me,
Be the provider.
be the provider. No, there is no place in the Bible saying God order men to take care of women. It said, I will give you a helper.
Yes.
Okay?
Work together.
If you're supposed to be my helper, why is my job for me to take care of you? Why? Is there any woman out there who can call 561-660-7653? Let me know if I'm wrong.
Yes.
Why men has to take care of women? There is no place, if you're using biblical principle to say yes. No, there is no place in the Bible say I have to take care of a woman. Me as a man, as a leader,
Right.
I know I have to provide for my family.
That's it.
But it's not biblical that a man has to take care of a woman. Now, any woman come into a relationship stating that the man has to take care of it, guess what? No.
You're gonna have problems.
You're going to have problems.
Yeah.
Because if at the beginning you're saying that the man, what do we have to offer? And the same way, the man has to say, okay, let's put it down. What do you have to offer? So that's why when you say that woman has everything,
Yes.
she did not have everything.
She has financial security.
She has financial security. She was lack. Her love tank was empty. Her love tank was empty. So many women out there, a good percentage of them, their love tank
It's empty.
is empty
Yeah.
because they're looking for a man to take care of them.
Mm.
You should never look for a man to take care of you.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be a helper.
Yes.
You're supposed to work with your partner.
Yes. Build him up.
Okay?
Yes.
Work with your partner to have to go out there, paint a masterpiece.
Yes.
So,
Well, we're coming right
this
back.
is my opinion as a man.
Very interesting opinions. But why men beat women?
Well, and again, I'm glad you asked that. Why men beat women? I never experienced something like that myself in my family. I'm blessed.
Yeah.
And I don't believe that anyone should raise their hand against anybody, period. Women or men. I will say, if you ask me, I cannot be an expert on that because I never done that. I never been exposed to that. But working in the legal field, and I remember when I was working at the courthouse, I met so many victims.
Yeah.
And the sad part about those victims, especially female, they get into an altercation with their husband or boyfriend, they get beat up. When the state attorney try to get them justice, they are the first one who drop the charges.
Yeah.
And guess what? Usually when you ask them,
Denial.
it's not his fault.
Denial.
It was not his fault.
Denial.
It was, I think it was my fault. I'm the one who pushed him. It does not matter
Yes.
how you push the man.
Yes.
The man's supposed to be a leader.
Yeah.
There's one thing you call walk away. Because look, I'm a martial art. I'm over 4th degree black belt.
Wow. Look
Okay.
out.
I know how to walk away. Even though when it's come to men, I have men who know nothing about me. They attack me. I was the first one. Perfect example. I was in New York. I just left the L train. Next thing you know, I pick up my car at the station. While I was looking for a parking lot, someone crossed in front of me. The guy picked me up. He did not know what he get
Wow.
himself.
Yes.
Even though I had the upper hand, I managed to walk away.
Yes, you have to.
You always have a choice.
Yes, exactly.
You always have a choice. And I bet you, if this man knows that woman could kick his butt, he will never.
Yes.
That's right.
Did you see that movie Enough? Enough.
Yes.
She whip his butt. She whip his
With
behind.
Jennifer Lopez. Because the husband did abuse her and
Yeah.
to turn it around. Yeah.
You know
I would do the same
Yeah.
thing to him.
Yeah.
I remember I used to volunteer and teach women self-defense.
Okay.
And so many women after that movie, they came out. The movie came out. So many of them went
Started.
and did kickboxing,
Yes.
everything. It was that.
Yeah.
And guess what? When a abusive man find out his girlfriend or his wife start taking self-defense,
Yeah.
guess what?
Stop.
They change so fast.
Yes.
Meaning that a bully always weak.
Yes.
They always attack a weak link.
That's it.
If a man try to rape, we interview many of them, the more the women scream,
The
that
more.
excite them. If you stand in your ground, guess what? You turn the table on them.
Yeah.
Well,
Builds up
I
that
said
fear.
enough.
Yes. Very good. So you want to get involved in this hot topic, go to usdiscoverytalentradio.com. Give us a call, 561-660-7653. And for you people out there who want to be discovered, who want to be like on American Idol, you can go to www.discoveryidols.com.
Let me clear that.
It's not American
Not
Idol,
American
but I
Idol,
tell you,
please.
it's Discovery Idols. But
This is what happened. If you are an artist, you want to be discovered, You can go to www.discoveryidols.com.
That's it.
And you can see, by the way, all the information can be translated to any language you want. And also you can see all the artists that we've been promoting, and we coach them, and also we package them.
Yes.
And also you can go to www.usdiscoverytalentradio.com. You can register free of charge. Discovery Talent Radio. At the radio station you can register, so whenever the event come, because very soon, next month, we're going to have a huge event.
Yes.
So if you want to participate, if you want to be there, a live event, they're going to have food, music. You can go to www.usdiscoverytalentradio.com, register. So we need to know how many people who are coming, so we can get a bigger place. We're going to have our artists. They're going to have music. And also there's another thing too. December 16th, we're going to have a big event where we're going to provide toys to all the children in Palm Beach County.
Wonderful.
We are going to
Giving back.
partner with the city and to provide toys.
Yes.
So the radio station always sponsoring event.
Yes.
We sponsor artists, we sponsor singers, we sponsor comedians. So these two beautiful ladies that you are watching, one is a doctor, one is an evangelist. So the radio sponsor them to put the word out, because there's an epidemic in United States and also around the world where women have been abused.
Wow.
So
And taken advantage of.
and also so knowledge is power.
Yes.
So these two beautiful women trying to empower you guys.
Yes.
And if you are a man, this is your subject as well,
Please call.
because no man
Yes.
should raise their hand on any woman.
Yes.
I think the only way you can raise your hand, and the women look at the table, please, ladies, pick up a rose.
Yeah, if you're gonna love.
No. It's not love. I'm not talking about love.
Okay. What are
Okay,
you talking about?
show a rose.
Okay.
If you want to hit a woman, pick up a rose.
Yes.
Give it to her.
Give it to her.
Yeah.
Caress her with the rose.
Yeah,
Romance.
there you go.
Okay? This is what you're supposed to do.
That is
With your
romance.
hand.
With your hand.
Yes.
And caress her with the rose. You don't have to use your hand. Caress her with the rose.
With the rose.
Okay? So, I mean, this is what you call the station, the program is Global Love Connection, meaning that we love on everybody.
Yes.
It doesn't matter your language, your background, where you come from, your class. It does not matter. Love is international. Love is global.
Yes.
Everyone deserves to be loved.
Amen.
Can you translate that for me, please?
Yes, dice que todos nosotros tenemos que amarnos. Todos nosotros deseamos amar a
I
alguien.
like you say amor.
Amor.
Yeah, amor.
Sí, es que el amor es algo bien fuerte.
Yes.
Amar, amor. Porque sin esa palabra amor no podemos existir. Porque Dios murió para nosotros y nos dio su amor. Para que nosotros pudiéramos amar a los demás.
Like they say, love is a rose.
Hey.
In the rose, you like you say, the lady in red.
Yes.
The lady in red is a rose.
Yes.
It's a rose.
If you can make a rose dance, speak, you can control. No, you cannot control anybody. So, ladies, there's a rose there for you. Tonight, tell your man to give you a rose.
There you
Yes.
go.
And the best part, anytime you see the man try to start giving you a hard time, arguing.
Time to go
The
buy
men do
some
not
flowers.
argue.
Yes.
Oh, what's wrong with you, lady?
Buy you some flowers.
No. Guys, let me give you an example.
Buy something
If
for
your
them.
wife or your girlfriend start nagging you,
Oh no.
Just walk out.
okay?
Walk
No. Pick up, make sure, if you know you did something,
Turn it around.
you think that she's going to nag you,
Yes.
pick a rose,
Yes.
come home.
Yes. Nice.
Every time she tries to say, baby, you look so beautiful.
You're a rose.
You look like a rose. You know what I mean? She cannot. I learned something. I learned Tai Chi. You cannot fight the wind.
No.
If you keep punching the air,
That's it.
you'll get tired. And one of the things I don't recommend men when she start talking for you to walk away. Guess what? Women never stop. Give her the time for her
Yes.
to say whatever she has to say, and learn to keep your mouth shut. The smart way, tell her, baby, you're right.
Yes.
Learn how to say, baby, you're right. You're right.
Even
I
when
love
she's
you.
wrong.
You know what I mean? You
Yes.
never tell a woman she's wrong.
That's it.
The best thing, you make her feel like she's right, even she's wrong.
That's
In
it.
your mind, you know she's wrong.
That's it.
But your job is to make her feel right.
All the time.
Not all the time. What's wrong with you?
All the time, because that's your baby, right? That's the love of your life. If that's your
No, seriously, I completely disagree. When people try to use the name of love to hurt each other.
Yeah, it's so wrong.
And when women think that it's a man's job to take care of them. No, it's not.
You work together.
It's not a man's job to take care of you. You can go ahead.
Okay, Mr.
You can
DT.
go ahead.
He
Go
made
to
that
school.
point.
Go to school.
Work together.
Better yourself.
Encourage
And
each
if
other.
you're a single female, guess what? Question you need to ask the guy, the first thing, where do you see yourself
in the next,
for the next 5 years in this relationship?
yes,
Technically, you're asking him, what plan do you have
for us.
for us?
Yes.
And if you're in a relationship from the get-go, you hear the women say, I. Guys,
Run for your
this
life.
is the time you need to run. And if you, ladies, if you see in a relationship, the man, everything say, mommy, everything is mommy, everything is mommy, you need to run the other
Run
way.
your life.
Because meaning that his family control
The
everything,
mother.
especially his finance.
Yes.
Okay?
Right.
Even though you need to ask the man, there's a simple question. Guys, sorry guys, I'm going to give you a few, I'm going
Some
to give the
advice.
ladies some advice.
The invisible man is giving advice.
And I'm going to give the men to his vice versa. When you meet a girl, ask her this question. What make you smile? And what make you cry? These two questions,
Yes.
you will know if you meet the right person based on the answer.
Yes.
That, when you ask this type of questions, you ask her to give you the key to unlock her secret.
Wow.
Okay?
You have to repeat that, DT. You have to.
Okay?
Give it to them again.
When you meet a
Give us
woman,
the definition.
you need to ask, baby, you look so beautiful.
That's it.
But I understand that you look beautiful and sexy. When you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning, that beauty is gone.
No, it's always there.
When the perfume you're dropping, you say, oh, baby, good morning. And I say, please, 911. I need oxygen. You know the morning breath? There is no love there. She remove all the mountain of makeup, the beauty is gone.
No, natural beauty.
Do you still think she's beautiful? And secondly, you need to ask her, baby, at 3 o'clock in the morning, I know that beauty is gone. Okay?
You married the wrong one.
Tell me what makes you smile and what makes you cry. Based on the answer,
Yes.
you know you have a right woman. Well, ladies, you can ask the same questions.
As a man.
If you ask a young man, hey, what make you smile? If he say, baby, you are, each time I see you, it make me smile. You know you're in trouble. And also, it's always good before you say you do.
Yes.
You say, oops, baby, you need to give me those 3 line of credit. I like to see your credit score.
Yes.
I like to see your credit report.
Yes.
Because after you say you do, you need to know what kind of debt that's coming to the relationship.
Reality.
Because 90% of all divorce is based on pressure, financial pressure.
Yes.
So you must do your homework. If you don't do your homework, you'll get an F.
Yes.
F means stand for what?
Failure. And like we're talking about, that can cause abuse in relationships, financial stress and pressure.
No, there's an abuse too. If you did not do your homework,
Yeah.
and the man or woman that you married or you beat, after you married, his debt become your debt.
Yes.
Okay, now he comes with like $20,000 worth of debt, and he only make $20,000 a year. That's telling you sign up for a big fight, because you're going to be abused financially. And you know, women, the first thing I do not understand, I'm glad, Dr. Heidi, you're a doctor, licensed psychologist. Tell me why most women decide to use what God gave them to punish the man.
And what is that?
Sex.
Oh,
Why they use sex to punish their husband?
but I don't know. I don't believe it's.
Don't tell me you don't know.
Every woman do that.
I know not every woman, but I'm saying, Dr. Heidi, tell me why. Have you ever had patient, the husband complain about that?
No.
You're lucky. I heard, no, seriously, as a female, why? Why women use the weapon?
Their bodies.
Yes.
Yes. As a weapon.
As a weapon.
To entice the man, like Evangelist Yolanda was saying. Because women know that, like we were saying, you have some kind of power that men they're attracted to the visual, they're attracted to the woman's body and certain things they can do, okay, not tonight, but I tell you, it's a two-way street, because like Evangelist Yolanda was saying, not every woman is like that. It's going to manipulate a man using sex and their body and their what they have to give. It wants to be mutual, and you have to work together at it.
Yeah. Tell me another story.
But remember now, the men.
Tell me another story.
The men want to abuse the woman's body for their own convenience.
Yeah, that's the
and
problem.
they don't respect the
That's
woman
the
to see if the woman want it, because both people supposed to want it.
What about that?
Not just one person want it and the other person don't want it. So you have to say, oh, not now, because men most of them want to have it every night.
That's it.
Why not?
That's it. All the time.
At the
Wait a minute. As you're going to go back into using
Biblical.
Bible,
No.
You start that.
Where in the
So
Bible
isn't that?
but it says that your body is your temple.
Yes.
Well, but like you were saying before, that the
Ladies,
man's
if
body,
you're going to Bible, come on. Don't use that.
The
Isn't that
body-
they say when you say you do,
right,
your body no
Belongs
longer
to the
belongs
man,
to you.
right.
Your body belongs to the man.
each other.
Each other.
Each other. So you
So-
can't
But we
abuse
have to
each other.
And the
one
Bible,
another.
if you go into the Bible, it says the only time you can reject your husband, and when you have the month, when you have your menstrual.
Right.
Beside that, you're not allowed. If you're using biblical principle, the verse in the Bible says the only time you can say no to your husband is when you have.
The Bible
let me
doesn't
say
say
it.
that.
Yeah. Listen, no. Listen, the only time you can say no to your husband is when she's in her menstrual.
Yes.
But beside that, when you say you do, your body become his body. He belonged to him, and
Right.
his body belonged to you. So why suddenly, when you guys has a problem, and even that,
But
you
it's
talk-
not for abuse, though.
No.
It's not for
excuse me.
abuse.
There's no such thing abuse because it's a pleasure, double pleasure. Okay,
But
it's a double
But
pleasure.
sometimes the woman don't want no pleasure because sometimes the woman having pain in her whole body, headache or something.
Because
like
women
that.
are
But,
internal.
hold on.
Woman is not like
Listen,
a man.
listen.
Yeah, we're
No,
not machines.
No.
though.
Like, don't give me that.
Microwave.
No. Oh, why not? You
I'm
two,
your
you
man.
always hot?
I could be hot, but
Well,
not to
we're
be a
very
microwave.
internal.
No, why not?
Huh?
The microwave is good.
Yeah, but the microwave instant, 1 minute, and boom, it's done. It's over.
Oh, I don't know if you have 1 minute. If you have 1 minute, I'm sorry, that that's a problem can be fixed.
Nobody want a woman don't want their body be harassed all the time.
Yeah.
Why not?
Men could
It's
harass
a
their
give
body
and
every
take. You have to
this
decide.
is what you call
You have to
a
negotiate.
That is abuse right there.
There's no I agree with you. That is abuse
Yes.
for you ladies to use your body as a
No.
weapon against men.
But the
Well-
men use their body as a weapon.
A good weapon.
Yes,
It make you guys go to heaven.
No.
Bueno, estamos hablando sobre USA Internacional,
Not every woman
descubriendo
go to heaven.
banda, artista y promoviendo y dando apoyo a todos los aspirantes en artista que tiene sueño, que tiene anhelo de convertirse en el próximo gran estrella de su generación.
Yes.
Nosotros proveemos y dirigimos a todos los artistas expansión global. Tocamos su música 24 horas al día, los 7 días de la semana. Pueden entrar en usdiscoveringtalentoradio.com y escribe hoy. Si desea escribir hoy y ser descubierto, vaya al web que es descubriendoidolo.com. El teléfono es 561-660-7653. Puede llamarnos ahorita si tiene tiempo.
They need to call during the show.
Yes.
Y puede llamarnos
Live
ahorita
now.
que
Most of
estamos
the
en
time-
vivo.
Most of the time, they call
Ahora.
during the day when there is no
Nobody
show.
here, no show.
Nobody in the studio.
That's it. Call
There is
us when
nobody
we're
in the studio.
live. So
This is a live studio.
yes.
So when there's no show,
Get
nobody.
involved, yeah.
The only thing you can do, if there is no show, you don't see us, go to www.usdiscoverytalentradio.com.
Yeah.
You watch all the shows that's
Yes.
passed by.
Share, share.
But the time comes, I like to invite all of you. Please do not go anywhere
Yes.
because there's a hot show coming
Right now.
at 8 o'clock. What time is it, please?
¿A qué hora?
¿Qué horas? No, viene la hora.
So there's a hot show
8:13.
Oh,
at 3.
yes.
Okay,
Okay.
it's time for us to go.
Yes.
There's another show's coming,
Yes.
Yes.
guys.
Yes.
Just hang there.
We're gonna be here.
We're gonna
Stay
come
tuned.
right back. So
These
look forward
these
to
ladies
us.
will be here.
We're
They
gonna
will
be
stay here. And guess what? Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Something hot
Yeah, more
is
caliente.
cooking.
More
It's
fuego.
cooking. If you guys in a relationship, it's cooking.
Yes.
So I will highly recommend for
right
you
back.
not to go anywhere.
No se
There's
vaya a
a
ningún
surprise.
lado.
We're going to get off
Yes,
and we're
right
coming back in 3 minutes.
Yes.
Sí, no se vaya a ningún lado porque viene otro programa que nosotros vamos a estar aquí acompañándolo porque vienen personas